Wow. Hey, people.
I feel like I need an intro. I don't really like introduce my videos at all. I just kind of start talking. You're probably wondering why. This speed paint, or you're probably not wondering, but I would like you to wonder a little bit. Walk with me, listen. You're probably wondering why this speed paint and the last speed paint, there's no sketch. And it kind of just starts out, well, no, the last one had a sketch. The last speed paint, this speed paint, they've just been kind of all over the place. And basically, what's been happening, I used to go live on Instagram. It stopped working. So I've been trying to figure out how and where and what places to go live to. And I started out this drawing with a really fun idea of like spinning the wheel of all the names of the people that have. Oh man. Sorry, I'm like so distracted. There's like a parade going on outside my window. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 7 people walking outside of my house. Oh, 8. Okay, well, I have no idea what I was gonna say. Oh, I had this really fun idea to do a series where I would spin this wheel and it would have all the names of the people that people have requested that I draw. So I started this drawing on a live stream on Instagram. And you know Instagram, or maybe you don't know, but if you go live on Instagram, they don't save your lives. They just go right to the archive, and then like after a couple of days, it'll disappear. I'm thinking this video is going to be me complaining, by the way. So today, I'm ready to make this video. I go to my Instagram, can't download the live because it's saying the video is too long for me to download. I'm like, okay, well maybe I can upload it like normally on my page randomly. I can't do that either. So whatever, everything is just, it's okay. It's okay. Everything is going to work out. Everything will be fine. Anyways, that's why these past 2 speed paints have been kind of, I mean, not ugly in the sense of like looking ugly, but jumpy, I guess. I mean, this one, I don't have this sketch. I don't have me doing this sketch. And I feel like I wouldn't be so bothered by this like a couple years ago. But I think with a lot of people being on like the witch hunt for artists using AI and stuff like that, I get a little nervous with stuff like this. I'm like, should I even upload this if it's starting out in the middle of nowhere? But this is why I go live, because people can actually see me drawing. So I have witnesses. I mean, not saying that anybody is accusing me of anything yet, but I mean, I have been accused of a whole bunch of things on Instagram, which is funny because you could just go on my Instagram and see like the speed paints and stuff like that. But, or I don't even think people call them speed paints anymore. People call them time lapse. I remember I said speed paint, like, and somebody was like, what does that mean? Isn't that so weird? Like, I'm not that old, but I feel old. And I felt old for like a while. Like, even when I was a kid, it's like things just change so fast. Like, lingo, words used to mean different things. And I feel like everything has changed in society, has changed about like at least 10 times from the time that I was like 11 to 26. Well, actually, no. From 11 to 26, I feel like the world has changed at least 20 times. So I feel like I'm about a good 52. And I think once I reach that age, I will be like, okay, this is where I was supposed to be, where I've been waiting to be my whole life. Is 52. Not married, no kids, alone. That's where I see myself in the future. But, you know, anything can happen. But 52 is a long time from now, but it's also a short amount of time. Oh, but you know, see, the first 26 years of my life have been very, very, very long. So I think the next 25 years of my life will hopefully feel just as long. I don't want to blink and be like, oh my God, I'm 50. I mean, I'm hoping I have everything figured out by then. I mean, not everything figured out, but at least a little bit of something figured out. I did feel like when I turned 25, I was like, oh, all the things that I thought mattered do not matter at all. And it was like such a relief. I thought that was like my brain being fully developed or whatever, but no, I think that was just like delusion. Or not delusion. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I have been having somewhat of a rough, I don't want to say rough because I'm tough. I can't think of anything else that rhymes with rough and tough. But I've been having somewhat of a week. I feel better though, but it was just kind of like I ran out of distractions, you know, and then I had to like sit with my feelings for a second and I had to have a moment. And then the next day I was like, okay, well, let's get back to distracting myself. But I think it might have been like I moved my room around and I found a lot of old things from college. I found a lot of notebooks and notes, and I found my sketchbook that I've been looking for like 3 years, because I did want to do a sketchbook tour of my college sketchbooks because I think they're the coolest things in the world. So I finally found that. And then I don't know, college was very tough for me mente, for me mind, and a lot of the times I would just write these things that were very intense. Yeah, I found this thing in my notebook where I was writing something like crazy. Like I was like, oh my god, I can't believe how mean I used to be to myself. But yeah, I think just unearthing all of this stuff that was under my bed, because that's where all the stuff was. That wasn't like a metaphor. Just seeing all this stuff again is kind of, it was like I touched the pages and like my old ways of thinking like got all on me and infected me or something. So I've just been feeling like I haven't drawn in a week. I've been feeling so guilty about it. But then like I drew yesterday and my wrists were hurting and it's like I need to give myself a break. What can you do? What can you do when you step on the shoe and the color was blue and whoopity scoop? You know, I can be so hard and harsh on myself. I can be so hard on myself, and I can be very harsh towards myself. See, I'm getting like mad that I said that wrong. I've always had this feeling for as long as I could remember that if I am just relaxing, enjoying my time, watching TV, YouTube, scrolling on my phone, that I deserve to die.
Death to all of them.
Because I'm not being productive. Isn't that a crazy thing to feel? And I felt so guilty, or I feel so guilty still, like if I'm not working towards something constantly. Obviously doing that leads to burnout, blah blah blah, you know. Or maybe you don't know. But yeah, I've always felt very guilty, and I think that's why school was hard for me in that way, because of the pressure of like deadlines and stuff and me procrastinating. My favorite thing to do, like I love to relax, I love to slow down and enjoy life. But it seems like that's not what you're meant to do in life. And that's what people make it feel like. I also did want to talk about when you become an adult, when you leave high school or whatever schooling you do in your adolescence, you know, in school, you know you're doing good if you got good grades, you know? But once you leave school, there is no way to measure if you know you're doing good in life. And I guess if you spend your whole life identifying with, I am the good student, I get good grades, I do this, I do that. And then you go to college and it could be a little bit similar, or some people say similar. It can be a little similar where it's like, okay, well, I'm the good college student. I have good grades. I'm on the dean's list, blah, blah, blah. Nothing else matters except for me getting good grades. And then you graduate college and it's like, what do I do now? And that's kind of what I've been struggling with, because I don't know if I'm doing good. I think for myself personally, I would say that I'm doing good and I'm successful. But obviously, you become an adult. Everybody goes their own ways. They have their own paths in life. And I think some people don't understand that not everybody wants to take their path in life. I don't want to go down your road, which I can also understand, because I also have, you know, people I know that they used to be artists and they don't draw anymore because they're doing something else, which to me is like, that would be like my number one thing of I'm not successful anymore is the day I stop drawing or creating some type of art. So that's kind of my measure for success. And obviously everybody's got different things. I have my own measures of success. I'm not doing what is conventional, and having people judge me for that starts to take a toll. I start to feel something a little bit, you know, I start to feel those pressures again. I feel like I talk about the same thing over and over again, but I talk about it because I think it's important. I feel like if it was something that I could expect as a kid, or even when I was like 23 and somebody told me like, hey, listen, you're gonna have to come up with your own definition of success and you can't follow what other people tell you is successful. It would have helped me a lot. It would have saved me a lot of anxieties. So that's why I bring stuff up like that a lot. I think the day after I graduated college, and actually like even like, you know, a couple weeks before I graduated college, because I was comparing myself to other people. Not like anybody else was doing anything spectacular, but you know, sometimes even though there is no right way to do life, obviously, blah, blah, blah. You know, you go online and you're like, what the heck should I be doing after college? And some people are like, you should have set up an internship already and all this other stuff that I'm not interested in, but I'm like, well, I want to do good. So yeah, a couple weeks before graduating college, I was losing my mind. I was like, oh my God, I don't have a job lined up for me after I graduate. And this is probably going to sound like a joke. And if you know me in real life, you're probably going to think I'm lying and I'm just trying to be funny right now. But I swear to God, I wanted to go to clown college to become a clown. And I'm not trying to be funny. This is a real thoughts that went through my mind. And you're probably like, you're not even funny. Why would you want to become a clown? That seems like something you wouldn't want to do. You don't know me. Anyways, basically, like, what was so appealing to me about becoming a clown is like becoming someone else, you know? And I was like, I think I'd actually be a really good clown because once I put on the makeup and the costume and like, I don't have this expectation to be what people expect me to be. Because, you know, there's so many times that I'm around people and they're like, oh, I didn't expect you to be like this. I didn't expect you to be like that. And, oh, you don't say things like that. You don't like things like that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so I'm like, I think I would enjoy being a clown. I don't know if I'm going to upload this video. I think I will. I'll title this video ASMR, I'm complaining. ASMR, a random person came up to you and started complaining about things that you don't care about. So, oh yeah, I was saying after I graduated college, I was like, I am a failure. I'm a failure. Like, oh my God, like I wasted time. I wasted time being here. I did not do this right. I did not do college right. But only because I was like comparing my experience to other people's experiences. I'm not talking about anybody I know in real life. I'm talking about like, you know, like if you're going to college, if you're that age, or if you're going to be that age, you look online and you want to know like what to expect, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, wow, I really wasted my time. But I really didn't. Currently, I don't think I wasted my time at all. But in that moment, yeah. But, you know, I just needed a couple of years to appreciate the time that I spent in college, even though it was a lot of pressure and anxiety and a lotness. It was something important and it had to happen for me.
I think overall it was a good thing. It was a good thing to have happen.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted to do YouTube videos and post art online. And before going to college, I had no confidence in my art. And I think I really needed to stop going online to learn how to draw. And I think that was something important that I needed to learn for myself. But yeah, I think going to college was very good for me. Even though I didn't get I got art degrees, which people are like, it's useless. Yeah, a lot of people think art degrees are a waste of time. I don't think so. Being around my teachers, it was helpful and I value that time. And I never want to do it again, but it needed to happen. I wanted to post online and I had no confidence and I also just didn't. I was about to say something bad. I was going to say I didn't have the skill, but obviously you don't need skill to post online. That was just me trying to be mean to myself. I don't know how to stop that. But just know I used to be way meaner, so it's getting better. And I don't know what the future holds for me. Maybe the future doesn't hold anything for me. Who is the future? Is the future, where does that saying even come from? Am I saying that right? Is this like a blessing in the sky kind of thing? Well, this is what I'm imagining the future. Okay, maybe you want to draw this. I'm imagining blue, 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 blue sky, white fluffy clouds, and these giant ominous hands coming out of the sky. And there's like an orb of light. And that's the future is holding something for you. And then the hands are not like, they're kind of like, you know, you see something in the distance, high up, and it looks like it's dark blue, like, and also kind of see-through. That's kind of what the hands would look like. That's what the future holds. For you, not for me. I mean, the whole plan for me talking in this video was trying to explain my process, because I've been watching other people's videos on YouTube, like, to try and figure out, okay, this is what people that watch art YouTube videos like to hear. But I personally do not like videos like that. So I'd rather just make videos that I would watch, which is, I mean, my favorite shows and movies are shows and movies about nothing. So I hope you enjoyed my video of me talking about nothing. I hope the future is holding something nice and bright for you. And maybe the next video where I'm talking, no, I'm not gonna do it. I can't talk about my process, because to me that doesn't make sense. Like, you're watching the process and then you want me to talk about it. And then also I've just been drawing for so long that it's like, I don't know how to talk about it. I do a sketch and then I color it. Yeah, I just don't think things like that in art are interesting to me. I don't think like the technical details and things of people's art is interesting to me personally. But I know a lot of you people listening don't even really care about the technical details in my art.
We really don't care.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, I guess. I never really say bye either. Bye. Like and subscribe and comment something. Bye. I'll see you when I see you. And yes, I can see you right now.